the famous and the most controversial interview. A man for say a stage interview, if you also say out of anger, out of frustration, out of bad treatment from the then manager, Ten Hag, lack of respect, and Ronaldo informing say on taking that decision when he realized say the days of Manchester United numbered, he decided he want to be that scapegoat or then who be sure above for the no sacrifice a save Manchester United from the mess United komu. Kweku environment be a society be a woman. Se bibi koso na ebeye ya, you will need one person to stand up and make sure say obeye niyema right na nchirima abe this one faso. Even here part of the world, Ghana are yetima as a country. It took some group of people to fight, get the independence for us. But there was one person alone and the leader or no the yin and age now a irrespective of how you look at it from. You might have a group of people or coming together wanted to champion a certain agenda, but there should be a leader who is bold enough to make sure say obe take that risk. And until Shatawale or Ninyom Bakwa title no bosu made mention said there is a difference between a boss and a leader. A leader will tell you, say, oh, wait there, yenye say. But sometimes, boss, I am the boss of this group. Without fear or favor, let's champion this agenda. So Ronaldo decided, said, among the group of people of Manchester United at that time, the anymore drew out what value, irrespective of the Obeka, the ABC. Damn the consequence. He want to save Manchester United. So granted that interview with Piers Morgan. But who granted interview, he came out boldly, told the entire world, they said, Manchester United now will free Hokoye for so many years. And Niema na Oko Uja Manchester. He is back after some decade, and I say a decade or so. Or by and Sanya money be other so. And he thinks that Sawa Bontia said the who Manchester United air and they deserve better. And we are saying air modern equipment clubs, edit training, Emma Sussex and Emma Cosman. Manchester United are still using their cake once a time and no, they don't know we use. Even chefs and then Kofobi or home folks, they say, baby, I yakoye with sports sciences, any dietitian, abba agonoma konenim. United should be improving in so many things. Manchester United baby omujina obekan sem say Carrington e wa say ensem bebre Old Trafford say ye yini mae e crucify no Manchester United eja Ronaldo kwan. They supported the manager eja Ronaldo kwan, but oji ahokoye no time have vindicating Ronaldo. So and some now okande for Manchester United one yan tie na chair coach say nen some now all kan yenti ye jana kwan no kweku ababak abehante Manchester and him go ase ahodo Manchester anya say obo match enkrampo timi free the training grounds and the dressing room nya de etitigu ensu oto a wutimi say Manchester United Old Trafford baby na leak na cameras capture ni nyina ya nim go ase eba post Ronaldo interview no. United new administration now mobile Jim Ratcliffe and for took it upon themselves that they want to make sure that and Yamana Echo so Manchester Carrington and so many things are players need before affecting Manchester United negatively into United intimate results the year. They will do those things to make sure on the pitch one more resources the technical team with whatever materials are here about material bomb off the pitch. Things that they have to do to make sure say a better equipped team, no, both the technical, the management, and the playing body to resource themselves. They will be able to give a very good account for themselves. Now, Abudia winning trophy, and then and Luther Ayan stories and Ote which say Carrington, Yabapa home to Monday. Kweku a Jebu and yet Luther saying I will break the exclusive videos at the Amaya Tracing. 50 million pounds. Manchester United Carrington training grounds renovation any BBA air done. Jimmy Ratcliffe and then call for Aku Commission Fade Omako Cha Homamu access Manchester United are back in an ultra modern state. Training grounds so a video at that screen is why a this is what Manchester United deserve. It is a befitting standard, state-of-the-art facility, and as an edifice Manchester United needed in order to aid club before so many Old Trafford say and I think that baby a Manchester they needed to make sure so every that stage no money woman for no airplane the same skill. Now Carrington is in order, everything is okay. I'm Manchester as saying the name Manchester United and now buy say omo dressing room and training grounds and yema nkoye na one say untimi mfosa and man associate Manchester. This is a big club. They deserve everything bigger. A suity almost standard. Now we go say video no any air commission and yema na air cost. Now moving us from Ronaldo and income on any unveiling now and announcing renovation na abaya ya pa home to. Let's take that one and translate it and from a sporting wise. Now, I gave one picture to production. So, remember one with the picture. Picture where speaks value for Manchester United. You will see dignities. You will see already Jimmy Ratcliffe saying, or no, steer the affairs of Manchester United. Alexander Ferguson, when we talk of Manchester United, the success of Manchester United, the embodiment of that at the end, open your friends, Alex Ferguson. Then you see the new manager, Ruben Amorin. No one who employing for now on what the sporting department, say almost to come Manchester. The unfunny way air catcher only say, oh yeah, Ruben Amorim na ujina this position see air showing. Ferguson age na ho, Radcliffe or sporting directors, any we see Osaka age na ho, or more catcher will say. The number here off the pitch, and now say off Old Trafford, and now a bebuamo a GM towards success our park we've provided. Eba park in this one, I was see a resource Manchester United team with quality additions. We could Manchester and also Munye. Yes, when it comes to the transfer market, clubs need be up to be more than the Manchester United at all. But what it means is that United are identify among positions be among folks say he has some very resources and they've done that into perfection. Now at the Abakwana Manchester the leading mass man. Say United at the Benjamin Sesko at the Aba. And may read it through me here, but then I came who story be. I follow the story. Who him adia or friends Ruben Amorim at the conversation Benjamin Sesko Emma and joining Manchester United. Now per inside reports. And then the Emma air battery said, reference Amorim took 2 hours. And making sure say on your branch here friends Benjamin Sesko ebedin komo through Microsoft Times. And on the tenasi edin komo actually said the club Manchester United. Baby aye konye project na ye pese ye no. This is what we want to achieve. What as a striker, the reason I would need you our club Manchester United in you, and to think that Opiniano was able to project Arsenal. On no ABC kind of first match. A weekend at a enemy. Ruben Amorim took 2 hours. Brought Arsenal data. Matches are Arsenal a boy. Positions are Arsenal a level loopholes editor. How to exploit those positions as a striker for you to be able to gel and get goals out of Arsenal weakness. Ruben Amorim took data of Arsenal for last season matches, presented that thing to Ure Friends Benjamin Sesko, and what said, so against Arsenal as a striker. This is how you should be operating. When we are Ubetimdo 95 go, Ubenkumanyago, Tibenyago, position saying that Wujinan, when the players are your war Manchester United, no, Umbetima feed you, Ama also conversion rate across row. After that meeting, anyhow, he was able to explain things to Benjamin Sesko. Sesko became convinced and said, manager na catch and said he should go back. Now on shot there or the Joe Carries. He want to make sure so about transform it or no Benjamin Sesko. He goes now and what season now. And Ronaldo as Eddie Kobo, so he is just a 15 goals a season player, a 16 goals in a season player. Manager na show akwadani say wait and yema na or the air channel. If Abrante friends Sesko decided to buy into the ideas and in the philosophies. No one agreed to join Manchester United. He's going to make sure say about transforming it from a 16, a 15 goals in a season striker to be a 20-something to 30-something goals in a season striker. The boy became convinced and decided, said, cut everything short. That was the reason in here. Now the agent insisted said, "Nanka Endra," and I said, "Nemo no mobile no mabe medical." But the boy insisted they should fly yesterday, get to UK, get the Manchester United everything done, or China the unveiling. Everybody said, "Yeah, the first game against Arsenal, he will be ready to play because manager not Treno a quite about first one obey you soon against Arsenal the Gunners." He was convinced. Now Wababi Romu or Matthias Cunha Ekano or the Brian Mbuemo Ababekano, and then the role of the captain Bruno Fernandes Mechi. The lineup will be Amma production. I don't know what projected Eddie out to screen the amount. Now we've been told this morning, as a PS if one is so Donnarumma Ako for free next summer. Lucas Chevalier and Nyaba. 26 million pounds in the market. Who team now the bar Ombeji Ama player no Ako goalkeeper nefu Ako. Chelsea if one interested, but omo a bit circumspect when it comes to omo moves are omo person omo. Now Manchester United are also in the market looking for a goalkeeper. As it stands now, United enyi but when you look at Sikana and what goalkeeper Donnarumma hono. So United decided so they have that to make sure say obetimi akofa Donnarumma edna. But so all the bookmakers are saying say assuming without that meeting, so they say off the pitch, currently, Ruben Amorin, anyhow he's able to convince some players, and then some are and the last time, I said, Wakache players, they said, when you train bad, on Fahose players, or Babakachi Obiase, Abu Dhabi train bad, the reason he's on the bench. And he's not just going to tell them, say, oh, a bench because Omadimo will train in M20, but he will present data to back now some now all can say wait in a player A or what bench, wait in a player B or what bench, wait in a player C, and started ahead of player A. He's doing all those things. Was saying Kabiem said the mentality and then the more the asset players in a team he's sure they are ready for the season. And go say, oh, not Donnarumma, Abe 20 no more. Now we're making sure sending Fifi, ya di Carlos Baleba and Como Ewaha. So makes me could share that 100 million or Eddie Ama Brighton. No more than about account, even without him. Now, with this lineup on your screen, let's assume that the two players are medium, they are out. Let me finish them out. On a good day, say Andrew Nana Eda Upoma. Say Nyan near maybe a Yenimsa at Todebia will exaggerate man a broso. Now, I'd call to the disadvantage that he's a fine goalkeeper, you can't take anything away from him. Even if it is Onana in your pool, or this back three to some extent, say Martinez Embaya. Lord Maguire, about the can your AVV, take off Baleba, put in either Casemiro and now Manuel or Gatti, leave the rest just like it. This is a solid lineup. Manchester United should be able to use this squad to compete and compete very well with any opponent but for obvious reason. And now who said Manchester every currently now they're not AP I've begun to have that belief, any hope. And he said, you see, Mabimboro. Dr. Baumia, former vice president, the West, they say, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. They be a Manchester, and one company, I say, you would the air cost players in Manchester, to but Omoba now say, coaches Manchester Air for Omoba now say, and I kept on saying, say, the fundamentals of Manchester United are weak, but now they are fixing those fundamentals. So when the moment the fundamentals are being fixed, you are rest assured, afraid you are moving from fundamentals. No? When you get to the actual state, we're here to get things done. Because you have a strong fundamentals or foundation, to say nobody have any qualms to complain, say United training grounds end yet. Then when it comes to coaching and so the players or but now the coach has told us, say, mentally, everything, tactically, the boys over there are ready for the Niema. Whoever on the radio and the 1 year or training no on own count. I am tempted to believe Manchester United will be in a race for the Premier League halfway. They might not win the Premier League. They might not win it. But they have a strong case to contest and compete well. One other factor that is helping Manchester United. So push very well. If everything goes in their favor, said the and they said the teams now are competing for Premier League. All of them have international assignments. Now pick Liverpool or your defending champions. Liverpool are in the Champions League. Mm-hmm. Manchester City, Arsenal will be second. Sorry, yes, Arsenal for the Arsenal will be second. They will be playing in the Champions League. As a matter of fact, Arsenal placed in the semi-finals last season, so Arsenal will want to better that. So they will try to go all out in the Champions League again. There will be some kind of divided attention. The only third Manchester City. Omanya horrible season. Season now, this time around, they are back. They will be competing in Europe once again. Pep Guardiola will want to make sure about revamping the career. He will try everything. Say Europe about presenting good case. Chelsea are now entering the season as the world champions, and that alone, the kind of responsibility. They are in Europe again. When you are world champion now, our Champions League in Europe, everybody expects you to get into the finals or the semi-finals. So almost divided attention. Newcastle United is in Europe, Aston Villa in Europe, but Manchester United, aside Premier League, the only competition United ever compete a FA Cup. It is up to them to prioritize what they want, and I think that United need the Premier League, especially now that Liverpool and Matai when it comes to the league title 2020. United will want to better that, and I think that with that factor, I motivate them. Anyhow, Amorin preparing who's here, United will be competing and will be fighting very well in the Premier League. I have that strong belief in me. Say the near Manchester. Manchester will give everybody a good run for their money every season. Everybody room time as well.
So meda sepa ma mehwe na kweku emra mu na yenko yenim na yema deda din pa ma onzo ni